Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my channel. Today's video, I am going to be doing a full face of my makeup using products that I just love to death, that I seriously use all the time. And every single one of these products I keep right up here on my desk. They don't go back here in the drawers. It goes in the desk so I can reach for it and get to it really easily because that's how much I use these products. So I'm going to be doing a full face of my Holy Grail makeup. Also, I want to say thank you to Bright Sellers for sponsoring this video. If you don't know what that is, it is a wine subscription. So you go on their website and you fill out a 7-question quiz, super easy to fill out, and then they send you some wines that you are guaranteed to like based off their algorithm. And whenever they say you're guaranteed to like the wine, that is because if you get a wine that you don't like in your box, you can let them know and they will send you a replacement on your next box. They send the wine directly to your home, office, or wherever is most convenient to you so you don't have to stop by the store on the way home. Also, you'll see they give you little cards on each wine that comes in your box that gives you a little information and education on the wine and how it's best served. So like I said, thank you guys so much for sponsoring this video. Don't forget to check the link in the description box down below. They're giving you guys 50% off your first 6 bottles. All right, let's go ahead and jump right into today's video. All right, so I'm gonna be sipping some rosé and getting ready. So I'm going to start with the Glossier Primer Moisturizer. My skin has been so dry. My skin has been about as dry as my hair is gray. You guys see that? It's worse than what it looks like. I just love a good moisturizing primer because it gives you that extra little bit of moisturization, I should say. And then another Holy Grail product for me, and I've talked about this just like a stupid amount of times. This is the Vitamin Nectar Antioxidant Glow Water. I always hit my face with this before makeup. They also have half the size bottle of this, like a smaller one if you're unsure and you just want to get a little taste. But honestly, that small bottle would probably last me like 6 months because the mister's so fine, not a lot of product comes out. So I kind of like that. Okay guys, so I am a Shakira because lately my favorite foundation has been the Giorgio Armani. And if you saw me and Aaron's TikTok video where we try out beauty products that TikTok made us buy, oh my God, I see what the hype is about. I just fell in love with it immediately. I think I go one shade darker than this because this is close to my shade, but once I get it all on, it's like a little ghostly. And if you're wondering, this is the M6 brush. So I have another foundation that I've also been loving from the drugstore. So this is a little bit more of an affordable option. This is the Skin Milk from CoverGirl. It is kind of like a nice milky light coverage on your skin, and I've been loving that for like everyday use. Let's go ahead and jump into concealer talk. I take my concealer very seriously because I have darkness right here and I really love the brightening and coverage. So my favorite one has been the Jouer Essential Concealer. This is one they came out with this year and it's just been like my little slice of heaven. It blends out so effortlessly. It's so incredibly creamy. And I feel like as much as I use of it, like no matter what, it does not feel heavy or cakey on my face. What? Okay, so I am now going to take my beauty blender. You can use whichever one you like the best. And I'm just going to blend this out. Okay, you can see how much brighter my under eye looks. It looks just so good. Not that I'm like bragging on my under eyes, but just with the concealer, I love it so much. Another concealer I've been loving is the Hourglass Vanish one. I really like it because it adds a little extra layer of coverage. So I normally put it on the darkest part of my eye and I'll blend it out there just to give it that extra coverage. Now, I do not do this if I'm just doing like a quick makeup routine. I do not do this. But if I'm like going out and about, which I haven't in a long time, but whenever I do go out and about again, or I'm going to an event or something, I want to be a little more full coverage, I do go this route. And it's even brighter. So my favorite setting powder for years has been the LauraLee translucent, but I'm going to also talk to you guys about 2 pressed powders that I keep up front in my love drawer, but I'm just going to set the under eye with the LauraLee because it's very brightening. Just the under eye. Okay, so for bronzer, this is a bougier product. This is the Soleil Tan de Chanel, and I have been using this for years. A YouTuber sold me on it. I don't even remember who it was, but it's like sold out everywhere all the time. Like it's always sold out. I can never find it online. So I'm like getting nervous whenever I start getting to the bottom. I'm like, oh. And I just like to put my beauty blender in it, or you can use the foundation brush, a cream product brush. And I am just going to start stamping the cheekbone. Now that I'm all toasty, I'm gonna go ahead and sweep away this excess powder. And now we can go ahead and set the rest of our face. So what I like to do that with is either the Jouer. This is the Soft Focus Hydrate and Set Powder. I just love this so much. I use this shade light actually because I really just set the places that I didn't contour with it. Or the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. It's one I've used for years. The Jouer ones I use a little bit more, so I'm gonna be using this today. And I like to take a big fluffy brush and just like press it into my skin, just to lock everything in. If you're an oily girl and you need a little touch up every here and there, this is a really great powder to touch up with because I feel like it just really absorbs the oil, but it doesn't make you look too cakey. All right. For bronzer, the one I've been using the most is between the ColourPop Coconut Bronzer, which I love, and the Morphe. This is the Mastermind. They came out with these last year too. This one's the one they came out with this year. It's a little bit of a newer packaging. And I've been using this F18 brush from ColourPop just to kind of stamp my face. But I really like this one. Yeah, this one's called Mastermind, but they do have 3 shades, my darling. So I just like to press it in. Like it's so soft and pretty. I'm gonna be like dyeing my roots tonight because I can't go to the hairdresser. So I'm gonna be doing that. Luckily, I have like a stockpile of root dye, so that it's gonna be really fun for me. You know, just wanted you guys to know that. See, now the face looks a little more toasty, a little more carved out. I'm gonna go back into the Laura Mercier Translucent Powder. I like to take a little powder and just chisel this out. Ooh, just makes for a really nice, clean look. Okay, now after I've done that, we're gonna move on to blush. So this blush is by Patrick Ta. This is She's Seductive, and oh my God, I love it so much. At first, I never used this one, like ever touched it. This is an E4 blush brush, but when Patrick did my makeup on my channel, I like fell in love with it. I'm just gonna apply that, really pretty. Gives it such a nice rosy glow. So for highlighter, of course, honestly, this is my go-to. I'm not just saying this because of my brand. I've used this in Boo-Koodles of videos, and I love this highlighter palette. I wouldn't have made it if I didn't love it. So she's a little dusty, aka well-loved. But a lot of times I mix these two together, or I just use Glow Gal. This gold complements my skin so well. And then this is so amazing on the inner corner and brow bone. Now you can wet your brush before you put these on, but honestly, I don't do that because it's like a lot, you know? And I like to just put the highlighter everywhere. Now my face is all glowy. I don't know what I'm doing. I need to stop immediately. So now I'm just going to wipe away with my kabuki brush the excess loose powder. Kind of leaves us a little more clean and defined. Next step that I always do is I spritz my face with a little bit of setting spray, and this one has become somewhat of a recent favorite of mine. This is the Luminous Setting Spray. Now, like I said in the beginning of the video, my skin is a little dry, so I need some glow. 10.5 gallons later, we are now misted, and I'm just going to go ahead and comb my brows up. I feel like because my brows are wet from the setting spray, it helps them stick up a little bit better. Yes, darling. Okay, next, what I like to do, is I like to take some brow gel. I've been using Boy Brow by Glossier, but honestly, I like the ABH one, I like the Milk one, I like the CoverGirl one, I like the e.l.f. one. I mean, like, brow gel for me, it does have to work for sure, but I like a lot right now. This one, I guess I've been using the most. And they kind of come in a discounted set on the Glossier website with the brow pen that I do use, so you kind of get a better deal with it. All right, I'm gonna push these up. That's enough. Okay, and then for my eyebrows, I use the Glossier. You guys probably already know this. I'm looking for it everywhere. Here it is, Brow Flick, and I do it in the brown shade. And let me get a little mirror. And you guys know I've been loving the more fluffy brow, if you will. The carved out, super structured, thick brow. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but for me, this just looks honestly a little more natural and soft. So I've been liking it a lot. So Tyler's dad has been out of work because of everything going on right now. So him and Ty text all the time, and I'm in the group message. So my phone's always like, rah, rah, rah. Now I just spoolie through the brows. And now I've just been using my concealer. I like this MAC one because it's like in the pot. This one's in the shade NC30, and I just clean up the bottom part of the brow, but I don't clean up the top. And then I set the brows one more time. Okay, now for my go-to makeup look, I've just been really obsessed with a soft brown eye look. So this is the new Artist Couture palette, and this is the Supreme Nudes. I've been really enjoying this palette. It is a new love of mine, but I really like it for just easy neutral look. So I've kind of kept it up front. I don't use a ton of shades. Now remember, this is like my simple look. What I actually start off with is the bronzer, and I go ahead and apply that in the crease. Next up, I mix Nudist and Stripped together, and I just pop that in the crease, and we're just building up color. I'm gonna take a clean blender and just soften it up a little bit. Next, I'm gonna take a little bit more of Nudist right here, and I'm gonna run it with just a hair of Transcend, just barely mixing the two together. I'm gonna run it across my lower lash line. I'm gonna take an M124 brush and apply a little bit of that Hourglass Vanish Concealer. I like how full coverage it is on the eyelid, and I'm just gonna carve it out. And this has like been my soft glam, just like go-to thing I've been doing all the time. Ta-da! Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with Exposed, and that is a nice cream bone shade, which is something I typically go in for. It's in a lot of eyeshadow palettes, and I have been loving matte a little more than shimmer lately. I don't know what it is. I just think it looks so flattering. I'm going to take an M456 brush and tap into Aesthetic and Transcend and mix them. And I'm just going to pop this on the outer edge. I kind of want to smoke out the outer edge and soften up that harsh line right there. So I have been loving brown eyeliner so much. This one is by House Labs. I adore it. I use it all the time. And my favorite black liner, if you're wondering, is the Tattoo by KVD Vegan Beauty. But the House Lab one is really good. But I heard the KVD Beauty one has a brown one that I really, really, really want to try. So if they do have the brown one, I'm going to be getting that. Next up, I like to curl my lashes. Right. And for mascara, I've been using the KVD Vegan Beauty Mascara. Another absolute favorite of mine that I've just been like obsessed with is the Wonderluxe Volume from Rimmel. It's really great, and it is my first Rimmel mascara that I've just been like incredibly into. It's been awesome. Blossom. I feel like the KVD one really thickens up the lashes, and I also feel like it like snatches your lashes. Like you can feel it snatching them. A little snatcheroozy. So I'm using the Rimmel one on my lower lashes. For eyelashes, these are the new ones from Salon Perfect. I'll put them on the screen. They're like the fluffy ones. I don't know. I love them. And this is like the light tension. You can get them at Walmart. Or I'm sorry, it's called like light curl. Do you see how like beautiful and like wispy and mystical they are? I love these so much. So we're gonna give them a bend and we're gonna give them a snap. I'm just kidding. Then we're gonna put them on my eye where they belong. And if you're wondering what's going on here, I just am doing the most baking. For my inner corner, I'm gonna go in with diamonds. And the brow bone needs a little diamonds too. More diamonds. Next, I'm going to be taking the Marc Jacobs. This is their highliner, and just doing the waterline. And I like to top line as well. So I'm going to use Morphe Sweet Tea Lip Liner. I'm going to take She's Unapologetic from Patrick Ta. I also love Hot Sand by Maybelline, and then also number 42 by Rimmel. So I have like 3 of the lighter lippies that I adore. And whenever I want like a more tan bronzy, and so it's such a light look in the middle, I wear Cabana by my own brand. And then I take Luminous Lips from Ofra and just apply this. Oh, do I get lipstick on my face? Just a little of this gloss. It used to be clear, but it ain't clear no more. And then lastly, I set my face one more time with my setting spray. Okay, so this is it for my go-to lovey-dovey look. I don't know why I said lovey-dovey. I guess it's not that lovey-dovey. So this is it. This is like, I feel like the wing liner makes it like slightly not soft glam, but I feel like the eyeshadow is so soft and like I guess the wing is like the glam part of the soft glam, but the like eyeshadow and the lashes is just all very softer nudes. So this is my go-to look. Like honestly, this is like what I do. I love to be glowy, bronzy, and just super simple makeup. I feel like it's honestly the most flattering on me, especially whenever I'm taking pictures and I'm going out and I'm IG storing. Like these colors just compliment me the most. So thank you again to Bright Sellers for sponsoring this video. Don't forget to check the link out below for 50% off your first box with them. I love you guys. Thank you for being here and watching. Everybody stay safe, stay inside, wash your hands. You're probably sick and tired of hearing it. I know that, but it is important that we remind one another to do so. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe before you leave today. Oh, yeah. And I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.